Hey guys, good morning. So we're back working on the GMC. Yesterday I had some engine issues where the truck was stumbling and basically stalling out, almost not drivable. And I had a whole bunch of codes come up. I'll tell you the codes I had here. We had P0030, P0031, P0132, P0135. And almost all of those are related to the heater circuit in the O2 sensor on bank 1, which is the first O2 in front of the catalytic converter. So we will test out that circuit to see if we're getting 12 volts, see what the resistance is on the actual heater on the O2 sensor to confirm that we have some sort of issue here where we need to address. It's fairly easy to get to on the 2.5, so we're looking at the engine bay obviously, and if we come up to the side here, right past this shield here is your O2 sensor, and then the plug. If I get a light, I'll shine right on it, and the plug is right there. So what we'll do, just to give us room, we'll take this this shield off first and give us more access. So to get the shield off, we will need a 10mm socket and ratchet. There's a bolt right here, there's one up here, then there's one towards the bottom. I will say that the one on the bottom has broken before, and there's no bolt holding the bottom part of the shield. It broke when I changed the catalytic converter earlier this year, but we can get these two off here, which will then be able to remove the shield. Okay, just put that to the side for now. Okay, so our plug's down here. There's actually a little little bracket that holds this whole plug assembly to a wiring harness that we have to unclip towards the back here, and it'll slide in that direction, and that'll give us more slack to get our plug a little closer. Okay, so now we have that freed up, and you'll see that there's a little white pin right towards the top here that needs to get pushed out this way, which will release the mechanism that holds the plug together. Okay, so there's that. All right, there it is. Okay, it's a little bit of a tough plug, but if you work at it, you'll get it. Okay, so the next thing I want to confirm is if we are getting 12 volts at the plug, so that we're sending power to the heating circuit. And there's actually a fuse specific for that bank. So this is underneath the hood, obviously, and we'll pop our fuse cover off. And you are looking for fuse 47. It's described as miscellaneous 1 or something like that, but it's right here. So we could take our little fuse picker here, get our 47 out. You could always do a visual check to see that the metal isn't burnt up or anything. This one does look good, but we will put our meter to it. So I just have a multimeter here, and we'll set it to ohms. And we'll put one prong on each of the legs of the fuse, and it is good. We'll put the fuse back at 47. So looking at our plug here with the white tab facing towards you, the first pin is the ground for the heating circuit. The second pin is our 12 volt. So we're going to want to put a 12 volt probe in there, or from our, we're going to want to put a probe from the multimeter there and to the ground on our battery. So when you turn the truck on, you'll see 12 volts is being applied. So we'll go ahead and get that set up. Okay, so I have my meter set to DC volts. This is a little bit tricky here, but obviously you're not going to see too much. But I have my probe on the second pin. Whoop, just fell out. Okay, my probe is on the second pin. We got 12.3 volts. So this is the end of the O2 sensor. And if you look at your wires, you have two blacks, a white and a blue. The two blacks are going to be the heating circuit. And obviously with it unplugged, we are going to check resistance between the two. I couldn't find an exact resistance of what it should be, but it seems like it should be anywhere from 3 to 10 ohms. So we will set our meter to ohms and put a probe on each one of these pins. Okay, I got my plug right here kind of wedged in between the AC line and the fuse box. Let's see if we could do this here. So it reads 227 ohms. That is pretty high. That leads me to believe that we have an issue with our heating circuit. I do have a new O2 sensor here. Okay, just to compare, we have a new O2 sensor here. Let's see what this one reads. That reads 6 ohms. So the new O2 sensor reads 6 ohms, the old one reads 227 ohms. That sure does look like there's an issue there. So we'll go ahead and swap out the O2 sensor. I'll do another video on what it takes just to swap out the O2 sensor, but that should be everything that I would think you need to test the heating circuit if you think you might have a problem there with your O2 sensor. It would be the same thing with the downstream one. The downstream O2 sensor is fuse 11, and it would be the same procedure. So if you guys have any questions, just comment below and I will do my best to answer them for you. Thank you.